Hi everyone. I still don't know why my audio keeps on disappearing, but my boyfriend already got me a mic, so don't worry. But in the meantime, I'll have CapCut voice over LOL. And we will start. I'm doing a more brownish makeup look that I don't do much, just to make myself go out of my comfort zone. So as usual, we are going to get a more lighter shade to have a good base for the colors to pop out more. Using a flat brush just to evenly spread it all over my eyelids and pressing it more to blend with a sponge. Then I'll use this light brown shade in this palette to spread this using a small fluffy brush all over my eyelid. Using a flat small brush, I will blend this darker eyeshadow, creating a wing and dragging it towards the inner upper part of my eye. I start by drawing a line from the tip of my eye, dragging it towards my temple, then filling it up. Always remember to open and close your eyes when you're hooded eye, to make sure it is cute in both ways. Then from the top of the wing we made, I create a line dragging it downwards, creating a space under it. Be careful when doing this, so you don't have to clean it up later. Remember, you can always add, but it's hard to clean up. I also used a smaller round detail brush to darken it more, and blend out some using my finger. Always make sure there is a blurred line and a harsh line when creating this. Then using this ISTG palette that's dissected, I darken the lower inner parts and outer parts of our wings. I'd have to say this is a little bit boring for me, as I will only work with different shades, browns and shimmers compared to colourful eye makeup. And I usually go with pinkish colour as I want to make myself more feminine. But I do love baddies and TikToks, so I thought of trying to be one LOL. So here I contour my eyes to make it more cinch, making it more narrow looking later, when we make an inner liner, and then I connect it to the eyeshadow we made earlier. And then we're going to take this champagne glitter highlighter and put it in the empty space we left earlier. This is to make the eye pop more, as we are not going for a natural look. I may experiment on that later, but I love exploring makeup at the moment. Then let's take this silver glitter using a brush now. I used my fingers earlier to stamp the champagne to make it stick better, but this silver glitter is more chunkier, so using this flat brush is okay. And we will add this so we can balance. Then next, here's where I draw that harsher line I was talking about earlier. It is because when you are drawing, you kind of have a blurred and harsh line to make it more a little cohesive and realistic. I learned this from Coco-chan, she's a YouTuber I watch. Then here's a trick I do. I draw a line using this white gel liner, so I have a base to put on my liquid glitter, so that it'll pop more on the camera. If you couldn't tell, I love glitters. I think back to my younger days where I cannot afford to buy glitter for my projects and play with it, as my mother is strict and we are poor LOL. So here's what it looks like after. So shiny, I love it, but I look like an idiot doing this WTF. But yeah, it's not too warm, not too cool. It's just right. Time for contact lenses. If you want me to talk more about the contact lenses, like in-depth details about it, let me know in the comment sections, but I already kinda passed through it in my last video, so check that out if you like some tips and tricks. Then for this look, I kinda switched. So I start by doing a line. Up my eyeliner, I only used liquid eyeliner because this look I need the liner sharp, and not blend it with the eyeshadow. From the tip of my eye, then drawing it up, following the edge of the eyeshadow we've done, making sure my eyes are open most of the times. I only close it when I am having a hard time drawing it. Make sure you do not draw a straight line when your eyes are closed. And then I kinda thickens it bit by bit, making sure the tip is still thin along the way, until I'm already in the part where my eyes kinda starts to stop slopping. Are you getting me? 'Cause I'm not LOL. Always remember, when drawing in a curved bumpy area, you need a curved line to make it look straight. Also learned that from Coco LOL. Then in the inner eye, I start by squinting to make the hidden flesh show up and fill the up. I open my eyes when I'm doing the line in the corners. Here it is. Then quickly doing my brows, just filling up the sparse area and kinda darkening the tail only. I don't do much on the beginning of my eyebrows, and also cleaning it using a flat brush and a concealer. On this part, I use a similar shade to my skin, just 'cause I need my eyes to pop more than the rest of my face. And also I'll do more on the lips, so it might clash too much if I do a lighter cleanup. So I used the same concealer to cover up my whole face, then blend it out with a big flat brush because I cannot find my sponge at that moment, lol. Then I used this warm contour, put it in my nose and my cheeks this time as I am aiming for more bronzy look. Then using a cool tone contour to make the shadows my face doesn't have. Flat face like a Persian cat, lol. Then using a lighter shade of concealer to sculpt, clean, and highlight my face. I do let the under eye sit in for a little longer, but the others I blend it immediately. Using this sample blush from ISTG. I hope more brands do this course, for example. This blush looks brown on the packaging, sample on the page and in the model, but for me, it's a bit pinkish still. So I topped it with more blush but a browner shade. In my eyes, this is a bit orangey, but my boyfriend said it's brown. And yeah, that's why we need brands to have sample sets like this. This powder sometimes creases when I'm super oily parts. So do you recommend any affordable pressed powder? Please comment down below if you're in combination skin girly. Also, do you prefer longer videos or just short videos? Would you like a boring day in a life? Or would you prefer a weekly vlog with lots of content? Then I'm using 2 eyeshadows to top off my blush and make it more bronzy, still using the lighter shade as the base, then the darker shade only on the outer. Then using this browning shade of tint, putting all over my lips. I did do a cover-up concealer as my lips is dark and did put some blush and contour on my outer lips. Then putting some of this lip gloss on my inner lips only, and after, I am just putting some more powder. This is actually an eyebrow liquid liner, but I'm using it to line my lips because I don't have a brown lip liner. Using this again as contour but on my lips now. I do this to triangle in the inner lip, on the side of my lower lip, then on my cupid's bow to make my lips more pouty. Then putting on my moles that were covered up by the concealer earlier. Also putted my lashes off cam as my storage is almost full, lol. Then applying this gel highlighter under my eyes, in my tip of my nose, bridge and cupid's bow. I did do some tutorial how I do my lashes in my last vlog, so check that out. And here's the final look.